Hey guys, welcome to the live or the replay. For those of you watching on the replay, I have this new top. I'm going to share, this is not part of what we're talking about today, but I got this new top. So to start you off, a little modeling show. Yes, here we are. Dianu, my first top from them, and I love it. So feeling good, when you feel good, things start to move. So anyways, welcome. My name is Kristen Iris Johnson. I am a film producer, writer, pleasure activist, consultant, all kinds of things. Wear different hats. And what I do is I help Black creatives to use pleasure to amplify their creative work and their impact. And I talk about all kinds of different things. But today I want to share a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on in my world that you can take with you as a lesson. And that has to do with when big opportunities start coming, the way you respond can either push you and propel you forward, or it can hold you back in ways that you don't even realize are going to hold you back. So that's what I want to dive into today. But I'm going to share a little bit of why I'm talking about this and what's coming up. So for me, interesting time, because we were supposed to be actually shooting a movie right now, and the film got pushed. And it happens, so that's not a big deal. But what has happened is there's so much movement for us right now, and so much things that are happening behind the scenes and things that are happening in my world that are loading up. Like, I can feel like there's like a loading up of opportunities that are gonna start hitting real fast in quick succession, right? And so with these different opportunities, what's happened for me is I've come to realize that what I thought was where I was going and the things that I wanted to do that seemed like further down the line are actually closer than I thought they were going to be. And they're going to be happening faster than I thought they were going to be. And that there's a lot of potential here for things to happen not only faster, but to happen bigger, right? So with that, there was a little bit of an element for me of whoa. This thing that's happening could turn into something really big, or I need to step up in this way because it's happening. The things that I've been dreaming about, they're happening. And there's that part that is kind of whoa, holy crap, it's happening. That's a bit of fear. Are you ready? Am I going to be able to do this? I thought of it as kind of a distant thing, but I didn't think about it as being this close, And so when things start getting close and opportunities start getting close, it starts to shift the way you're looking at it. Now it's oh, shit's starting to get real, right? So for me, I'm looking at this as okay, well, what do I need to do to step up and take bolder moves for these opportunities, so that as these opportunities that I can see are coming closer and closer, then I'm actually ready for them. So what do I have to do to step up into that? What do I have to do in terms of myself and the qualities and the things that I need to bring forward? What do I have to do in terms of are there things that I need to learn? Are there steps that I need to be taking? Are there people that I should be connecting to? Et cetera, et cetera. But it's all about, as opportunities and things start to open up in your world, and you start seeing, oh, this thing can come in, this thing is happening, or oh, this thing that I wanted, but now it's really happening and it starts to feel more real. Do you step up into it, or do you pull away? Because when things start to happen big, that stretches your comfort zone. That starts to challenge you, because you know that things are going to change. You know that things are going to shift. You know that stuff in your world is about to erupt, and not necessarily in a bad way, in a good way. And that can be scary, because it means something new. It means the unknown. It means they say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. It's a little bit of that, metaphorically speaking. It's the bigger things can be, the harder or worse it can be if it fails. And so when big opportunities start to show up on the horizon, fear starts to show up within you. And that fear wants to pull you back, because back here, it's comfortable, where you're a little bit smaller, where you're a little bit less, where you're doing a little bit less, right? Because those big opportunities mean stepping up bigger for yourself, stepping up bigger for your life, stepping up bigger for the people around you, or maybe the people you work with, or whatever arena, whatever it is that this opportunity is coming to you from. So there's that element of when big opportunities happen, or when you can see that big opportunities are coming, how are you then moving? How are you operating? Are you looking at, okay, how do I step up and meet this? Okay, how do I like shift, even shifting your mindset around what you thought was possible or what you thought was going to happen, and then expanding that, like making it bigger. Like we can have a vision of something and we can even think that vision is big. We can think it's like, oh, that's probably not even going to happen. And then when it starts to happen, now you got to deal with the fact that it's actually happening. So that also means starting to shift and expand your idea of what's even possible, of what this opportunity could bring, of what you are even capable of doing. You got to shift that. And that's what's happening for me. It's like I'm having to shift to be like, oh, what I thought was further away is not only closer, but that means that it's also bigger. And I need to expand my idea around what can happen, what is happening, and even what I have to do to meet it. So there's that expansion of your mindset around the possibilities. Then there's the stepping up bigger into what it is you need to do or who it is you need to be to meet that opportunity and to take the bold action, okay? Bold moves. Opportunities don't just fall in your lap. I mean, like sometimes they do, but like assuming you're like everybody else and you're like me, opportunities don't fall in your lap. This is about a progression, okay? Like the work that you've been putting in is paying off. Something is happening. Things are shifting. Opportunities are coming your way. You got to make bold moves to meet those opportunities. And that those bold moves mean, again, expanding your mindset around what's possible, around what it might mean for you, about what it might mean for your life, and then expanding and elevating yourself into who you need to be and what you need to be doing to meet those opportunities. And on the other side of that is fear. That's like, come back over here, where it's comfortable, where you know what's gonna happen, where you know what changes aren't gonna happen in your life. Because even if you're not quite where you wanna go, where you wanna be, you know you're comfortable with where you are, like you're familiar with it, and that familiarity is gives a sense of safety. So fear, when you start stretching that comfort zone, fear will be like, no, that's too big. So listen to what's your internal voice. Is your internal dialogue being like, well, that's too big, or oh, that's not gonna happen, don't even worry about it? Are you talking yourself down? Are you distracting yourself and putting yourself into activities that are not actually gonna move you forward in those opportunities? And how do you shift out of that, right? So if that's what's happening, you got to recognize it. You got to catch it, because otherwise that fear is going to take you out and it's going to ruin opportunity before it even comes your way. And the way that you do that is by expanding your concept and your ideas around what's possible, about what that might mean for your life, and welcoming the change. And then again, elevating yourself into the like, what are the things you need to shift about yourself, the way you operate, and the actions that you're taking to really meet that opportunity. But that is how you counteract that fear. So both things can come up. Both things came up for me. There was a bit of that like, whoa, this is getting real. That feels a little bit scary. A little bit of like, maybe I'm not ready for it. But that's okay, because I was still, at the same time, I was like, you know what? I know that I can do this. I know that even if I don't feel ready right now, I can get ready. And these are the things I'm going to do to get there. And I'm like a fan of lists and journaling, so I like to write that stuff down. But it's not one or the other. You might have some fear, but then this is how you counter it so that you can really meet those opportunities and make whatever shift it is, whatever next level it is for you. So again, elevate your mindset, expand your idea around what's possible, about what might be happening, about when it might be happening, and what that'll mean for you. And then really feel into and step into who you have to be and what you have to do to make those things happen. That is one of the ways that you counter that fear. I can go really deep into fear. I have like a bunch of like different stuff about fear, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I just want to leave you with this around how to meet opportunities like that, like big opportunities. You know, they can stir up a lot of different feelings, and here's how you actually address that so that you don't end up sabotaging yourself. Because there are so many of us where we have a good opportunity or a new opportunity or something and end up sabotaging ourselves. And we, especially we Black people, need to do everything we can not to do that, because we already got a world around us trying to sabotage us, a world around us telling us that we're unworthy, that we're not as good, etc., and that's bullshit. But we have to be able to not sabotage ourselves in the midst of the world trying to sabotage us already. because we can still step up big and step up big for yourself, step up big for what you want. And in doing that, that paves the way for other people. It paves new ground, and creates opportunity for other people to step up as well. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you want to get bigger on that vision, like I said, expand that mindset, expand your mentality around what is possible. I have a free workbook for Black creatives called Create Your Future Vision. You can click the link in my bio to get it, or you can go to kristeniris.com/vision. The link is gonna be in the comments if you're watching on the replay. And you can go get that. It's totally free, and it works you through really getting clear on your vision and how to start bringing that into your everyday. So it's a mindset shift, and not just like visualizing or getting clear on what you want, but it's also a mindset shift that will have you taking action towards it and really building it in your life. So one of my favorite things to give away to people for free, you can go get it. Again, Create Your Future Vision at kristeniris.com/vision. And thank you so much for joining me or watching on the replay. And let me know what you guys got from this. You can share in the comments. What is it, like give me like one takeaway you got from this, or one thing that you're like, oh, this is how I'm going to step up for myself. And I will see you guys on the next live.